The purpose of this video is to show you how you take the vetted model that we've created from Civil 3D in our plan set and brought it into TBC, and I'm going to show you how you create the export and also test it in SiteWorks, so that way we can make sure that the client on the other end is able to look at this information. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to go to field data, and the first thing we got to do is I got to identify a new job site. So one of the things we're going to call this job site, it's going to call main road, and we're going to create as a new site, and we're going to take a controller, and we're going to go up to here to controllers, and we're going to create a new controller. And what this is this controller is to be able to tell the independent systems that are using the old GCS 900s, so that way it can create two data sets. It can create the one for the machine control, and it can create the one for the guys on the ground, or some of the older GC 900 sets. So that way it covers both the spectrum. So we're going to name this main road center line. I'm going to create that, and as you can see, it's over here. So we're going to select the PC, which is going to be the machine control side of this. We're going to do main control center line, and I'm going to hit OK. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to select the sitemap, and we're going to use that to folders because we want to make sure that everything follows the folders. Because if you look at the way that SiteWorks and everything that does, is it all puts down into a folder structure name. So that way when we follow it, my apologies, I'm doing a little dancing here, but if we go into the Trimble synchronizer data, you can see that it already puts it in specific folders. It'll have machine control data, and it will have all these specific folders, GCS 900s, and then it'll have the PC versions of what the exports are. So we'll hit OK. Control points, those are on a separate file under a different name. And if you go down here, the controllers are going to be the PC and then the main control GCS 900 that we assigned. So we hit that close. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a design. So our design name is going to be main road centerline. And you always want to be consistent in naming everything the same. The nomenclature has to be all the same. So we're going to use both of these. And we're going to pick our surface, and our main surface is going to be our main design. And if you want to check what surfaces you have, and you can select it, that's main design, so on and so forth. Just leave this in default. Select that. Stakeout points, we're going to add. And we can select all. It's going to filter through all the points themselves. As you see, it kind of cycle through there. And you're going to hit add, hit OK. And then design map. We're going to just select the whole thing, and we're going to add that. We're going to hit OK. It's going to take a little bit. It's got to populate all the information. So we have the surface, we have the design overlay, and we have the stakeout points are going to be part of the background stuff. So once that's done, you close it. Then the next thing to do is to publish this data. So now we have all of our data sets, and give it one last look to see if there's anything that looks squirrely or so on and so forth. So the next thing to do is to publish the data. So it's telling us it's going to give us some control points, a sitemap, and it's going to give us an alignment, the job site. Calibration, control points, sitemap. Calibration's already existing because we gave them that in a previous, and we're going to publish all this.